everyone, our topic is globalization and social mobility, who is up and who is down on the social ladder. Our outline is divided into 4 parts. First, let me introduce what social mobility is. Social mobility refers to a phenomenon of changes in social status, which refers to the transfer of individuals from one class to another. So, what is the relationship between globalization and social mobility? Globalization can bring rapid economic developments to a country, and the lower class can use the benefits of globalization to advance to the upper class of society with their own efforts and promote social class mobility. However, the advantages of the globalization have also contributed to the concentration of most of the wealth in a small group of people, and opportunities for upward mobility from the bottom of the society are becoming fewer and fewer. Today, China's social mobility ladder is also facing a stage of stagnation. We are going to talk about the story of a sweatshop Foxconn. Let me introduce the story background first. Since Deng Xiaoping introduced reform and opening policy, China's economy has grown rapidly. At that time, China was affected by economic globalization. Many multinational companies set up factories in China because China has relatively low labor cost. So it has attracted a lot of foreign investment into China, including Foxconn Technology Group. From this, China's social mobility has increased significantly because migrant workers leave the countryside and go to cities to work to earn money, and they become factory workers in order to improve their social status. Nowadays, social mobility has stalled because of some policy malpractice based on China. The most obvious example is a series of employees commit suicide by jumping from a building in Shenzhen Foxconn. Foxconn Technology Group is a Taiwanese multinational enterprise group whose main production place is in mainland China. It focuses on the foundry service of electronic products. Now it has more than 1.2 million employees in the world's top customer base. Multinational companies will allocate production processes to the world or outsource them to local factories for original equipment manufacture production, forming a global production chain in order to reduce production cost, leading to the formation of economic globalization. Therefore, Foxconn's plant is a major manufacturer of Apple's products in China, where low labor costs and a massive, highly skilled workforce have made the nation the ideal place to manufacture Apple's products. The cutting edge is conceived and designed in Silicon Valley, but it is assembled by hand in China for every Apple's products. Since 14 suicides occurred at Foxconn in 2010, Foxconn has become synonymous with blood and tears factory, which has attracted the attention of society and the world. The media exposed the shady scenes in Foxconn sweatshops, including militarized high-pressure management and overtime work. Ma Xiangqian, a factory worker who jumped to death. Before his death, his working overtime was 3 times the legal overtime. Here we discover the high pressure and corrupt system behind Foxconn and the harsh unequal labor treatment. Companies are not looking at the underlying causes and not really taking systematic steps to prevent further tragedies.
In this case, a multinational brand company is up on the social ladder. Multinational companies have made huge profits by reducing manufacturing costs and workers' wages. As a result, we see that the world's hottest Apple iPad is priced at $500 each, of which Apple earned about $298, which is more than 50% of the total selling price. The OEM fee paid by Apple Computer to Foxconn is about $12, about 2.3% of the total selling price, and workers only get about $3 in wages. Apple makes profits by shaping sweatshops through an unfair value distribution structure, earn the greatest return through the least effort. All money is fixed in the upper class. Factory workers are down on the social ladder. Workers at the Foxconn factory work under extremely harsh working conditions. $70 to 80% of 1,000 paid leave work more than 60 hours a week. Reporting the result to Apple was ignored. They spend the most labor and time to manufacture products but get the least rewards. The only opportunity for workers to change this situation is education. However, the academic ability of workers is generally low, and companies do not invest in workers. Without educational resources, they cannot get a chance for promotion. Therefore, it is difficult for factory workers to improve their skill through personal efforts. It is difficult for workers to move to the upper class because the capitalists are all in control. Last but not least, we would like to talk about the pros and cons of globalization to social mobility. Pros: globalization represents free trade and promotes global economic growth. Economic globalization can open up markets to facilitate the free circulation of goods and services, reduce costs and improve efficiency. Reduce costs through international division of labor and stimulate production activities in various regions. Multinational companies invest in installing factories in other countries and introduce management technology and capital, which will help local development and enable people in developing countries to get more job opportunities, to lift developing countries out of poverty and promote social mobility. Cons: globalization makes the rich richer and the poor poorer. Globalization has cultivated a group of people who dominate or monopolize the market's position, and the upper class rapidly accumulate wealth due to increase in global circulation. It is difficult for the lowest classes in society to move upward because many fields are occupied by large international companies. In an environment of unfair competition, this makes the gap between the rich and the poor worse. With the immobilization of social strata, the social ladder has almost no opportunity to move up, and the lower classes have no equal opportunity to pursue a better quality of life.